Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalyn for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to talk about how my week went. So last week I had a really fantastic week, and unfortunately this week was not as good. In fact, it was almost the opposite. It started out with me almost being in a car accident, and good thing I was paying attention. So here's what happened. So there are two lanes heading in one direction on the main street in our town, and one of them is closed for construction. That's only part of the road, so it becomes two lanes again. And when it went from one lane to two lane, I jumped into the second lane, and apparently the lady that was in front of me, who was going slower, I started to pass her, and she decided she needed to be in my lane to make a turn. So she starts moving over into my lane. I noticed, and I kind of slowed down a little bit thinking she'd see me, but nope, she just kept going, and I had to slam on my brakes, and I honked my horn and I let her know, and she just turned into a parking lot. And I was really upset because my daughter was in the car with me, and I would have been extremely upset with both myself and the other driver if I had been in the accident with her in the car, because it was very scary for me and it didn't even happen. I was paying attention. Unfortunately, the other driver wasn't, but I almost got in an accident, but I didn't, so it turned out okay. So this week has been really boring for me. I haven't had any activities or anything besides I worked on Saturday, and that was good. I was pretty busy and got some okay tips, so it wasn't such a bad day at work. Granted, my feet hurt afterwards, but I'm not really complaining about that. It was one day of work this week for 8 hours. Other than that, it was a very boring week. My daughter and I mostly just stayed home. That was very boring. I was very bored, and I cannot stress this enough how boring it was. And I finally got out of the house today and just went to eat at the bar I work at because it was dollar burgers and it was cheap. So I went by myself and I had some time out of the house, and my daughter and husband went to his mom's house. I have a little bit of alone time now. I'm filming this, so it's not as boring of a night. My depression has been slowly sneaking back up since the wedding a week and a half ago. That's why I'm filming this on Tuesday when it's supposed to be being uploaded. I've mostly just been feeling like a functional depression. I get up and I do everything that I need to. I take a shower, I get my daughter food, I get myself some food, and too much food, and we just sit on the couch watching TV all day. Sometimes we play some games, sometimes she watches TV, sometimes I watch TV, sometimes I just sit on my phone or on Reddit or YouTube all day. It's not very exciting, and I am fully aware of how boring it is, but that's the functional depression. It's just there, it's on top, and even with the medication, it's slowly sneaking back in. The weather has also been really terrible this week. It's been rainy and gloomy and in the 60s, and it hasn't been the best for the depression either. Part not seeing enough sunshine, part not getting outside enough. It's a little bit of everything that's kind of made for a sucky week. Like I said before, I'm kind of just eating a lot because I was bored eating and also a little bit depressed eating. I've been dealing with that this week, trying to be more aware of it, trying to control that a little bit more so that it doesn't become a problem any more than it already is. And I've been a little bit stressed about money lately, trying to decide if and how I should be working towards money saving goals. Trying to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life has been pretty difficult for me overall, and I kind of am trying to hone in on that just a little bit so that maybe when I'm older I can retire and not have to worry about money, or I can travel and not have to worry about money, or pay off my student loans sometime in the next decade. So that's kind of where my week has been. Hopefully this kind of shows you that it's not all cupcakes and rainbows like my last couple of videos have been. Very positive. I'm trying to be positive, but sometimes it's just not. Sometimes it's just a really crappy week. I have those, and I'm sure you do too. So if you are having a crappy week or a good week, I wish you the best. Regardless, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you for listening.